Brad Dean is one of the many brave men and women who protect our lives daily. But on November 19th, he experienced a firefighter's nightmare during a house fire when the blaze overtook him.
It was an excruciating feeling. It was, panic had set in, and you kind of were wondering at some point whether or not I was actually going to get out.
Brad did get out, but not without first, second, and third-degree burns all over his body. And while nobody in Trussville is in line for the PBA Tour, all the proceeds raised from 300-plus bowlers and an acoustic concert are going to help Brad's family.
All right, well, some good comments there.
Yes.
Of course, thank you all for buzzing in, but it is time now for this week's Wreck on the Road, and you know what they say, Chris, it's better to give than to receive.
That it is. Yesterday at Hall Nissan in Virginia Beach, one local family got the keys to a recycled ride. It's part of the Help the Good Guys program that helps firefighters in need.
It's about recycled rides and being able to give vehicles back to the community, vehicles that may have a couple dings and dents, fixing them up and mobilizing basically those who are in need. And what we did today was join forces with Help the Good Guys, and they are a charity organization that supports firefighters and first responders. The family that we found is Mark and Tammy Schultz. Mark is a firefighter locally in this area, works for Navy Regional Mid-Atlantic. In March of this year, he was diagnosed with mantle non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a rare blood cancer. And currently they have a 1994 Thunderbird that just is not, it's on its last leg, can't run, and they needed a vehicle. That's the only vehicle that they have. I was just talking to Tammy a few minutes ago, and last week it broke down again, and they really, obviously, like everybody else, they have to have a vehicle. So Recycled Rides was a way of us hooking up with them, with Help the Good Guys, and being able to give them this vehicle so they can get around.
So on behalf of Hall Automotive, Help the Good Guys, your families, friends, and all of us, I'd like to present you with your new recycled ride.
All right, 'tis the season to give. Very neat partnership between Hall Nissan and the Recycled Rides program and Help the Good Guys program. A big high five to everyone who donated their time and money to make that happen. The guys at the shop, they donated all their time to fix the ride up, getting it brand new to a family who desperately needed something like that. And Bucky came in town from Nashville to help it out, for Help the Good Guys, helping firefighters in need, who those are the first ones to rush in. So we have to rush in.
What a great story, and it's all about his reaction.
For the first time since a car ran him over while on duty, a Jacksonville police officer talks about the day the car plowed into him and two firefighters, killing one of them. Jacksonville Fire Captain Donnie Jones lost his life. Firefighter Jason Bowmaster is still in the hospital. Police officer Daniel DiMatteo is recovering from serious injuries from when a car ran to all three of them March 19th as they worked a car accident off Highway 161.
I don't feel like a hero, and I'm telling you, to me, the heroes in that hospital bed in Baptist and our fallen captain, those guys are the heroes.
Organizers of tonight's event, the Help the Good Guys group, are dedicated to easing the burden for wounded community heroes like Officer DiMatteo.
My wife and I just have received so much outpouring of help, and it's overwhelming. It's awesome, and I'm so honored to be a part of the community.
A community now helping give back tonight. Funds greatly needed as the three families continue to cope after the accident.
Feeling good, a lot of pain, a lot of emotions, not something I'm quite used to. And it's a battle day by day.
A battle that will hopefully be a little easier now.
We don't have an official head count, but from the looks of it, several hundred people turned out for tonight's benefit concert, translating into several $1,000s for those families. Now, Officer DiMatteo says that he's just grateful, so thankful for all of the community support, and he asks for the community's continued prayers. Reporting live in Little Rock, Caroline Whiteman, Fox 16.
When I want to call for a gas leak for a motor vehicle that had hit a gas main, no injuries, and we couldn't shut the gas main off because it broke off 8 to 10 inches below the ground. We were just standing there with a police officer on the shoulder of the road in front of the police car, just talking while we waited for the gas company to get there, and the vehicle came around our units and struck all 3 of us. I was in the hospital for just shy of 2 months. It was like 36 or 37 days. And the police officer was in the hospital for about 2 weeks. My captain was killed instantly.
Hello, my name's Mickey Milam. I'm the founder of Help the Good Guys. Help the Good Guys is a nonprofit organization that provides financial support to injured firefighters, law enforcement officers, first responders, and their families. Help the Good Guys sponsors events and concerts to raise money and awareness through ticket and merchandise sales, community support, and corporate sponsorships. Provide financial assistance for injured community heroes.
I started being part of the fire department in 1989. I was 14 years old. My dad had joined a volunteer fire department, and so I was a junior fireman. And so I always knew that from then on that's what I wanted to do. And I got hired in Jacksonville in 1999, and I've been there 14 years now, but it was actually 13 years when our accident happened.
The reason why it's so important to provide financial assistance to first responders when they're injured in the line of duty is a lot of times their pay is cut. They don't have the assistance needed to continue their way of life. It affects the entire family.
It just really helped a lot because most firemen work a second job, and once you lose that and you're on workers' comp, then you lost quite a bit of your income, and so it really helped us out financially and mentally or spiritually, I guess, to see that people care to help us out.
Help the Good Guys comes directly in and helps us provide direct financial assistance to that family until they can get back on their feet again.
One thing I've learned from this is if you think you're in control and you know where your life's headed, you really don't, because the morning of the 19th, I know when I woke up that I was going to continue working 2 jobs, until my wife finished school. You don't have control of your life. It can change just like that. I went from knowing that I had 2 years left working 2 jobs and then I was going to finish out my career at the fire department to not knowing what tomorrow holds.
If you'd like to help the first responders in this country, you can contact us at www.helpthegoodguys.com.